Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a unique opportunity to film in my living room, so that's why I'm here. I will try to film in here more often because I know that the lighting is better and I've got this classy stone wall behind me. As you've seen in the clips before this one, it is snowing outside and it is just amazing. So as you've seen in the title, I do want to go over all of the notebooks and planners that I'm using in 2021. I already did do a planner setup video and I'll link that one in the cards, but that was just me setting up my planner. It wasn't me going through all of the different things I'll be using this year. Although my planner is just the one, I do have a lot of other things that I'm using. So I did try to minimize it this year though. I don't want to use like 1,500 things. We'll go ahead and start with my planner. This is the planner that I showed in that video. It's in this really cute case. Right now it looks like this. This section here will probably change for the different seasons and everything, or whenever I feel like changing it out. Although honestly, I tend to go with rainbow colorful stuff year round. What I do in here is, in my monthly section, I put a ton of sticky notes, kind of reminding me of the things I want to do in that month and the ideas that I have and just the stuff coming up that might change. I put all of that on sticky notes so that I can move it if necessary, but I do like to keep an entire year with me at all times so that I can do that, so I can go through the months and add sticky notes. So my planner that I showed in that planner setup video was a little bit bulky. I had just a little bit too much in there to where when I started adding more stuff like my dividers, like these clear dividers, it just kind of got a little too bulky, like it was a little hard to turn. So I had to take out my work section, my work planner section out of here, and I just put it all together in its normal planner that it came in. And then in the back I have, I took this note section out of my planner, and I just stuck it back here because I'm always taking notes at work. So those are my planners. That's it. That's all I'm planning in this year. But I do have a couple of other notebooks I want to share. So I'm going to start with the smallest and go to the biggest. So I did just show this in my last video, but this is my poetry notebook. I'm focusing on trying to get back into poetry this year as one of my goals. So I have, I'll just show you really briefly. I have some vision boards here in the front and then some notes, and that's literally it. And I'll probably write my first drafts of my poems in here too if I feel like it. Otherwise I might just type them out. But yeah, so that's my poetry notebook. This can go with me around the house. I can be sitting in the living room with it, or you know, anywhere. It's really small and compact and portable, so I really like it. All right, so next is one of my favorites, and it is my writing notebook, my writer's log, writer's journal, whatever you want to call it. And it's got this, it's a Leuchtturm notebook, and it's just one that I got at Barnes & Noble, and it's a light pink cover. But as you can see, I also have my own cover on it, and this is a leather cover that I just made myself because I couldn't find a leather cover on Etsy that would come soon enough in the mail, because they're always like custom made, you know, so they take a long time to be made. So I wasn't patient enough to wait for one, and they were all kind of expensive, and I knew that I could make my own for way less. So I just bought some leather on, I think it was Amazon. I found some pink leather, bought it on Amazon, and then I just cobbled together my own little cover in the span of like a lunch break one day. So I have a sewing machine. So the stitching is really rough. Like it's not super straight, but it worked out. It really worked out, and I'm glad. So this is the notebook where I keep all of my story notes for all my books. And I started out by not really knowing what the notebook was really for, so I have like different ideas for layouts for my office, and you know, different quotes and notes from a Nancy Drew game I was playing. But then here's where it starts, the actual story notes. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be my story notebook. So I have all kinds of notes in here, and on the pages I put like these cool stickers, and just kind of themed it a little bit. Got some animals here, and yeah, I just thought it was fun to like paste in different pages I found on Etsy, like, you know, downloads you could buy. This one was all like mushroom themed, so I just was having a lot of fun pasting in a bunch of stuff. So I just kind of all did this in one day, and then I'm just like writing around it. Man, the snow is really coming down. And I started some notes for my read through. I'm doing with my current work in progress. And so in here are some pages that I got on Etsy, like I said. I pasted in a bunch of those later on. So the notebook's really thick because of that. It makes that sound when you do that. So I really like it. I'm really into like old used stuff. I really love the feeling of something being really used. So it's definitely bloated and like kind of misshapen, and I really love it. So next on my list is this notebook. This is another notebook my mother got me, and it is also from Heidi Swapp. It matches the inside of the, these are both Heidi Swapp, and this cover matches the cover on this. So that's kind of cute. I have like a little set, you know. So this one I decided to use for my home notebook. So we moved to this house in August of this year, and oh, that's so crazy. It's been like, yeah, it's been a while. So we moved to this house in August, and so far we haven't really done much to it. We haven't like decorated or, you know, all we've done is get a couple of pieces of like necessary furniture we needed, like a bigger couch and you know, this and that. And so I haven't done much painting, decorating, and things like that except for my office and the kids' rooms. So I wanted to keep track of what I'm doing this year in this notebook. And so I have in the front, I put space for each room to have its own like vision board. I love vision boards, and so I like to put, you know, pictures and different things all on a board so that I can kind of look at it and have like inspiration. So my living room has one, entryway, dining room. Like I took every individual little piece of my house that I want to work on and made it its own vision board. So right now I'm working on my dining room. So I've got my color swatches here. I've got a couple of colors that I want to incorporate into the room, and so far that's all I have in here. But I am working on my dining room, and it's going to be done soon, and it's going to look so cute, if I do say so myself. But yeah, so I have one for my kitchen, one for each bathroom, and all that. So I've got the first little bit of the notebook is taken up by space for that. And then back here I'm just writing down like measurements, shopping lists, things I don't want to forget to take with me when I go to the store, and things like that. And then back here I have like before and after pages. So for my living room I have a before and after page, and I did that for all my rooms as well. So my dining room, I'm really excited to put my before, because I took a bunch of before pictures, so I'm going to put those here, and then my after pictures, and just kind of compare. I just think it would be really cool, and it's a really fun idea of what to do with a notebook if you don't know what to do with some of yours. If you're working on your house or your space in general, that's kind of cool, because then you can keep track of it, because we don't remember, as we like decorate and do different things to different houses, we don't remember what it looked like before. And I didn't think at the time to like stop and take pictures and like document the process. And so this year I'm with this house, I'm definitely doing that. So excited for that. This video might be a little bit of a mess, and I'm sorry. I kind of like just woke up, so. The next notebook is this one, and it's from Erin Condren. It's pretty thin. It's got flowers on top of the pages, and I might have shown this on the channel before. Right now I have my gingerbread cover on because it's, you know, snowing, it's holidays still, even though Christmas is over. And so here's where I keep my video notes. So I plan out my videos in advance usually, and I'll write down like a list of points I want to hit, and I have actually quite a bit of it written in. And so I'm just continuing this year. I really like this notebook because it's kind of cute, so I'm just going to keep writing down my video ideas. And then I always have this next to me as I'm filming. I don't often, like, when I write something down, usually I can remember it after that, so that's why writing it down is really important for me. But once it's already written down, I feel like it kind of sticks in my head a little bit better, and I don't generally have to look at my notebook quite as much. But yeah, this is the outline I have for this video, so. And then my last notebook is this one, and it's this one's thicker because I did like uncoil and recoil it. This is another one from Erin Condren, but I had this like big gold coil, and so I uncoiled this notebook that I already had, and it's like a dot grid, notebook, which you probably can't tell in the camera, but it's like really light dots on the pages. And I took a bunch of extra pages I had from like other planners and other notebooks, and I put it all in one, so it's like quite a bit thicker than a notebook generally is from Erin Condren. For a while I didn't know what I wanted to do with this notebook, but then the more I thought about it, I figured out that I want it to be like a notebook that I just add to whenever I feel like it, but that has, it's difficult to know what to call it. It's like a joy type notebook, I guess, like things that give me joy, quotes I want to save, you know, little pieces of ephemera and stuff like that. Is the best way I can describe it, but just like stuff that when I look at it, like makes me happy or makes me inspired. So right now I just have this vision board in front here, and I don't know, that just gives me that sense of like wonder, I guess you could call it that. I don't know, it's hard for me to explain, but I'm gonna keep adding to this throughout the year and probably throughout the next couple years because it's really thick. But anytime I come across a quote or like some song lyrics I like or just anything like that, pictures, I'm just gonna slap it in here. It's like a physical Pinterest, basically, just for anything, like anything I want to put. Yeah, I love this. I'm really happy I came up with a good idea for this notebook, and it's something I'll be referencing. But my last notebook-y thing that I'm going to be using this year, I haven't bought yet, and that's because it's going to be a scrapbook, and I want to start scrapbooking for my kids and for myself, just for my whole family, my husband too, so that we can all look back and see what we were doing at certain points of the year. And so I just want to make like one scrapbook per year. So I still have to go buy it, but I probably will get a scrapbook from Michael's and just start going month by month in scrapbooking. So I won't sit down every single day or anything, but I'll save up the pictures from each month, and then I'll just do it like once a month, where I'll sit down and print out all of my pictures and slap them in there and like write what we were doing. And I think that's just a really fun thing to do. That'll be like a treasured thing for us. So yeah, that's it. That's all of my notebooks and planners and I guess a scrapbook that I'm going to be using this year. And I might add to it as the year goes, but I don't see myself doing that. I don't really want to. The only thing I can see adding to my little stack here is maybe a journal, which I kind of feel like this sort of is. So I don't know if I'll have a separate journal or not. But if I do, then it'll just be another thing to add to the stack. But actually, all of these notebooks, except for the planners I showed you, are just ones I already had, just sitting around, or ones that were gifted to me. So you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of notebooks for the year if you don't want to. You might have a bunch just sitting around that you can purpose into something. I know if you're a notebook hoarder like I tend to be, you might have a lot of unused notebooks sitting around, so this might have given you some ideas of what you can use those for. But yeah, I'm gonna get to painting my dining room, but I just wanted to sit down and film that really quick. So I hope you guys are all having a great day, and feel free to comment down below and subscribe. I would love to chat with you. And yeah, I'll see you real soon. Bye.